Hello, and it's a nice big welcome to ANZ Combined Racing League Series 2 of the Kart 1995 IndyCar Series here for round 1 at Long Beach. I'll be your host, Neil Haynes, to bring all the action that unfolded last Sunday, the 16th of April, here at Long Beach. 40 laps around the track with the game date set at 9th of the 4th, 1995. So we'll just quickly go to the track map now, and you can see that we have had some rich history here at Long Beach throughout the times that we've been around since 2016. Firstly on Project Cars 2 on the Xbox, including Project Cars 1 as well, and you can see some of those track records that we have seen around Long Beach. And we've had the IndyCar from Project Cars 2, and Sato 15 has got the track record with a 106.879 around this 3.86 kilometre layout here at Long Beach. It is a street circuit, and there's plenty of concrete walls all around the circuit. And here we come up with the qualifying results for the lead up to this 40 lap race. And you can see Joshua Hill, he put it on pole position with his number 18 PacWest Racing Ford Cosworth Reynard, and then Christopher Razor in second position in the number 6 Newman Has Racing Lola T95 Ford Cosworth, with Slide Science coming in late and put it in on the third position of the grid. So great run by Slide Science, and he was in the 49 Comtech Racing Reynard Honda. So good run by him, and all the way down to 14th with Jay Barrett. So there wasn't much in it for the top 8 cars, less than a second, all the way down to Rangy Rover. So let's go straight now to the action for the running of this race. So here we go. And off we go, and Joshua Hill has got his start off on pole. And down the black, Slide Science has lost a couple of positions there, but fighting back on the inside to Timmy. Will he make that stick? Yes, he's got that run down the inside. Nice driving by everyone as they get through turn 1. Very good, and it's very cramped up going through the bus stop. Timmy up in 4th position, holding his position where he was on the grid, as is John Slow. John Slow driving in number 4 Chip Ganassi car. He's under pressure from Scar 666 at this stage early on in the race. And these liveries are all done from race department through A Fry, and also this man putting on the challenge on John Slow of Scar 666. Been involved with a lot of the liveries that we see here as we're just chasing on to the back of Joshua Hill. Takes the start of this race and leading. He's got a nice healthy gap of a 1.2 second. Here he comes in now, and he's locked up his pitch up the front brake, and he's into the wall. And we've seen many of people going through now. Oh, and also there's John Slow into the wall as well. So it's all action and plenty here. John Slow, and he thinks he's had a terminal damage there, so it is out of the race, and it's still race on here. There's been no in-game yellow being called. Well, it's not up to the players here. We're trying to hopefully the game would call out the full course yellow. And Christopher, he's looking hard, seeing if he can get a position. He's got Mr. Stompy in the same team as the Newman Has car just behind. See if he can make a move on as Stomping takes Woody Lizard nice, and he's getting bogged now. G-Dude slowing up the front here. Coming up into the hairpin. Oh, there's a little bit of a touch there into the hairpin, and Woody Lizard's gone wide to let Christopher go through, and G-Dude's into the pits. So G-Dude's into the pits from an issue early on. Christopher's holding off Woody Lizard. Woody Lizard's having a little look, and it's a nice in on the brakes from Christopher. Oh, there's a moment there. Someone's off. I think it's Slide Science. Slide Science has gone wide into the wall, so it's been a culprit. Oh, and there's a car that's gone straight through, hitting Slide. I'm not too sure who it is. Scar's now in the pit lane. Jay Barrett's got going. But back up front, it's this man, Dado Racer. And he's in the number 8 Hall Racing Mercedes-Benz in the Reynard. And he's got a nice healthy lead on Tim, as Timmy's now, Mr. Stompy is on an absolute charge, as is Christopher Razor. So the two Newman Has Lolas are absolutely flying. Out of that final hairpin they go. Right on the rear wing of Mr. Stompy is Christopher Razor, and he's pulled out of the draft down up into turn 1. Hard on the brakes, both of them. But lock up from Mr. Stompy. Oh, and Woody Lizard has nowhere to go as well, and into the back of Stompy. Just got to get themselves organised here. Woody's got going, Stompy's get going, and Jacobs comes through, makes a tag. Jay Barrett has got right through all of them here as they're trying to get themselves sorted. Plenty going on in the background. Mr. Stompy, that's unfortunate. He has been such a good run. He was challenging with Christopher and ran a little bit too wide, so G-Dude's still in the pits. The Unicorn in the number 11 Rail Hogan Racing in 10th position. Like he's a lap down at this stage. He's on lap 4. The leaders are on lap 5. Dado Racer coming around to start lap 6. So yes, the Unicorn is a lap down. There's that wing left back from Stompy's wing. Yes, he's still trying to get back to the pits as we speak. Slide Science, the man that was in 3rd position and was having a good run, now he's finding himself trying to get through the field. And he's just following Rangy Rover, who's actually a lap in front, I think. He's caught on to the back of the Unicorn, having a look down on the exit, and he's made that move. The Unicorn's just let them all through. Slide Science has obviously got a lot of pace to burn, but he is a lap down in 12th position. It's Woody Lizard and Mr. Stompy have both got into the pits. All their pit stops. So lap 5 of 41. This was a 40 lap race. They had a Rangy's just tagged the inside of the final corner, but they did have 40 lap race, so the one extra lap was to do the formation. And here comes Scar. Scar's made his move up, so after his early problems he's gone through now up through turn 1 and into the Fountain Complex. And he's got Jakos, who was a driver from the European nations, and he came in late into the race lobby, not officially signed up to the series, but we let him run. But I think there was a little bit of lagging happening through this guy from Jakos, but Scar's having a ding-dong battle here with him at the moment, seeing if he can get through. Rangy Rover's not too far away either. have a look. So it shows that you can pass here at Long Beach as he goes right around the outside of turn 10, and he's got the inside run. There's Jay Barrett, who was qualified in 14th. He's all the way up into 3rd position. Sensational job for him in the Dick Simon Racing Lola Ford Cosworth car. So we've got a couple of the Lolas in 2nd and 3rd at the moment, and also 4th with Jackos. Dado obviously in the Reynard 95i Mercedes-Benz. Actually, Scar is actually a lap down, so that's why that hadn't moved. So there's only 4 cars actually on the lead lap. There's been so much damage in the opening part of this race that cars, I think Jackos has just gone straight into the barrier on the exit of turn 8 onto the big seaside way back straight. And Range is going to see if he can put a move here on Jackos to be on the same lap as him. Joshua Hill, the pole man, all the way in 10th position after his big moment into turn 1 on lap 2. So he's trying to get back into contention if he can. He's got 45 seconds up the road before he can see Joshua Hill. And G-Dude. The number 1 Penske in 11th position. So John Slow has retired on this race from that accident into turn 1, so that was unfortunate. He didn't get it back into the pits. And let's go on board here on the top of Jay Barrett for a lap around Long Beach circuit, so enjoy. A lap around here at Long Beach as Timmy82 has just been able to get himself in front of the Unicorn. And he's on a move at this stage as well. He's got 23 seconds before he can try and get up to P6 with Rangy Rover. Aren't these cars a delight here at Long Beach as well? The 1995 livery pack from A-Fry and Scar. Absolutely sensational. Gives these USA Gen 1 cars on Automobilista 2 a absolute liven up. And the immersion that you get with these liveries is just amazing. As G-Dude is into the pits, Mr. Stompy. The Slide Science is also retired in the pit lane, but we've still got Jay Barrett doing an absolutely sensational job. He's another driver that just came in late into the qualifying, missed practice, and picked a car. I think he even had to do the pay for the DLC at the same time. in the Dick Simon Racing, so he's basically a paid driver just to get in here at Long Beach to show and prove that he deserves to be in this field. Currently 3rd position, and he's really in a safe position as we speak. As Jackos just goes into the pit, so that's going to put him a lap down, and we're only going to have the top 3 actually on the lead lap of this race. So it's amazing. As Dado Racer is into the pits as well. So he's got damage, or I'm not too sure why he's into the pits. It could be actually, no, that's right, tyre wear. The tyre wear, I forgot to mention as well, is at ×4 wear rate, and the fuel's at ×3. So it's to try and get them thinking and conserve those tyres as best they can. Just see, and the person that can conserve these tyres is this man, Jay Barrett. He's going to go around and take the lead of this race. He must be low on fuel though. He's going to have to make sure he can get back. It's going to be a close call. Yeah, the tyres were fine, as been told by Christopher, who's currently in P2, so it's not the tyres, it's just the fuel that was running low. But Jay Barrett, the lead of this race, he's got a 9-second margin on Christopher, who's actually leapfrogged Dado in the pits. So Dado's been in the pits for a lot longer than Chris. Maybe Dado went and got some damage repair, not too sure. I'm pretty sure that he probably did get some damage, maybe some engine repair work done. So Jay Barrett should be in the pits this time around. He's had some good fuel numbers in this Lola. And in he goes. So the next man around should be Christopher, and here he comes now. Just outside of turn 11. And he takes the lead of the race as Jay Barrett is in pit lane. So the Lola is now taking the lead of the race after starting 2nd place on the front row of the grid. And he's obviously had to fight his way back to the lead of the race after we also had Joshua Hill on pole. He's trying to go back through the field as he can. He's currently in 10th position. Jay Barrett is still in pit lane. And it looks like that there is a problem here for Barrett. No, he's got going. Unicorn goes through turn 1. Nice livery for the Unicorn. The Rail Hogan Racing, the Duracell. Oh, there's been a moment here. G-Dude trying to get into the pits. Just trying to get onto his car just to see. Oh, so he's crunched the front of his car. We've just seen the aftermath of that. Wonder if that was him trying to get into the pits. He was around a few cars at the time. So it could have been a possibility. And in dives the pit scar from position 3. This should move up maybe this man, Rangy Rover, if he can get around. He should be able to come around and get into 3rd position. As long as he doesn't have to come into the pits. Into the pits he goes. Oh! Jay Barrett I think that's the end. I think he's run out of fuel, so there's been a problem there in the pit stop where he hasn't been able to get fueled up. That's unfortunate from Jay Barrett. He was on in a showing for maybe a podium. Definitely had the pace. And Jackos, he's coming into the pits as Woody Lizard comes flying by to take that position into 6. After early problems from Woody, he's not going too bad at all. 15 seconds ahead is Scar 666. And then Rangy Rover behind him, about 10 seconds. So he's actually a little bit faster than the previous lap from Scar, but I think he came out of the pit. So we'll wait and see what's happened. Christopher's out front with a 24-second margin at the moment, doing it nice and easy over Dado Racer. The sun is shining here. It's an absolutely balmy day. 24 degrees ambient temperature. Track around about 48 degrees. Great time for racing. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, please come and join us. We're at ANZCRL Combined Racing League for Australia, New Zealand sim races on Automobilista 2. Please head to our website. The links should be on our Twitch channel and also on our YouTube when this gets uploaded. Oh, and there goes wide G-Dude. Down in 11th position. It's a nice camera angle as they come through with the camera sled wedged in there between the tyres. Very important to get this power up over the hill here. The car gets really light, wants to over-rotate on you. And then it's a big long drag down here, Seaside Way, before they have to brake hard into turn 9. Oh, there's a car off the side of the road there. I'm not too sure whose that was. G-Dude's getting into a rhythm here. What can Dado do? Has he got some pace? He's running similar to pace to Christopher, but that pit stop, the strategy, whatever's happened there has killed him, but maybe he's put on some tyres and that might get him to the end. Christopher may put tyres on this next stop and we may see, oh, goes wide, Scar. Scar's just on a lap behind as well, so we've only got the 2 on the lead lap at this stage, so it's been a massive attrition for this race, this opening race. And here comes a round from Rangy Rover, I think it is, in the Rail Hall Hogan car, going slow. I don't know if he's got a problem or if he's just letting them through. As Woody Lizard now into the pit lane, getting serviced. Joshua Hill on the way out, just in front of Scar. And the Unicorn, so this is for position, I believe. I think the Unicorn, yes, he's got the pass done. He's dealt the pass done, so the Unicorn's up into 7, but Josh Hill, we know Joshua Hill's fast, he had it on pole position. He'll be wanting to see if he can get by here early on, and that get caught up with the Unicorn. He's going hard for it now down the inside, or it's the outside I should say, for turn 6. What a move that was. That was commitment right through the outside, so nice move by Joshua Hill. So the Unicorns has a car that looks like it's a little bit of a handful, but he's still in position 8, so credit to the Unicorn at this stage. You can just look the attitude of the car of Joshua Hill. He's fighting this car, getting every ounce of speed out of it. Let's also not forget that also G-Dude's doing a good job. In 11th, he's holding the pace here with Joshua Hill, so things hadn't gone too wrong with G-Dude. You'd think that he'd be up as well, up the order. So lap 17 of 41. Just take the map off there. It's a little bit annoying. He's not seeing the full circuit there, but setting that I'll have to change. But we've got a little battle going between, again, Rangy Rover and Timmy. With Timmy ahead just by about 5 seconds. Rangy Rover showing some good form here in position 5 at the moment for Walker Racing. Now has visited the pit lane, so just behind Rangy Rover we've got Dado Racer, who's obviously a lap ahead in position 2. How's Mr. Stompy going? Oh, Mr. Stompy's retired as well. G-Dude's still going. Putting in the times of 1:09, so it's there or thereabouts. He's got, well, Jay Barrett is actually retired, so he should be getting up to that position into position 10. So he's been in the pits for a long period of time, and that's why he's so far down. So credit to him to still keep going. Oh, as Woody Lizard gets a little bit sideways coming out of the final corner as well. Let's have a look at the leader. Let's catch up with the leader and see what's happening there with him as he's just going around the final bend. And let's see if we can go on board. Cockpit view through the camera that we've mounted just in front of his nose. See, hard on the brakes here for turn 1. Through the fountain section. All about just finesse on the throttle. Going through these sections here reminds a little bit of the staircase at Adelaide. It's just slow second gear, third gear type corners. This corner here is so easy to find those tyre barriers if you just miss your braking mark a little bit. You can just see how he's fighting that car with the throttle, using the throttle to keep the car rotating slightly up over the rise. Now hard probably brakes at the 400 just after. Corner is fairly open. Turn 9 into turn 10. We have seen some overtaking around the outside here of turn 10 to get this run down the inside. And then there you go, comes back onto the main straight. Full throttle all the way. Fantastic onboard shot with Christopher in the number 6 Newman has Lola. And he's looking very comfortable out there, Christopher. The car's treating him well. Such an amazing combo of Indy cars around Long Beach. So much history here at this circuit. So we've passed halfway, well and truly. We've just seen him in the 108s, but the man that moved that last lap was Rangy Rover with a 108.037, the fastest man on track at that present time. So he's absolutely flying with his chase to Timmy up in front. So Christopher now has to into the pit lane. Be interested to see how long he's there. See, Rangy Rover is actually catching and wanting to pass Dado Racer, who's in second position. Dado is actually going fairly slow. I think he will be finding himself getting into pit lane. He's probably in communication. Oh, Dado in the final corner. Sounds like the car isn't running. Now it's going. Finds reverse gear, plucks it into first. Oh, little touch with G, dude. Not something that Dado would want, and into pit lane he goes. Just as Christopher's leaving, so that has dashed any chances of Dado catching Christopher from that little incident. A little mistake from Dado. So if he just came in and just grabbed some fuel and went off, he may have been able to be on the back of Christopher, but we will never know now. As Timmy doing his best to try and keep this margin of 10 seconds to Rangy Rover. And Timmy's responded with a 108.059, so they've got on the radio and told him that Rangy is on pace at this moment. Absolutely sound terrific. Look at the driver detail, the helmets too. I think a lot of those helmets are care of Scar. You just see how Dado went really wide for the entry of turn 1. That's because he's exiting pit lane, and there's the line marker. You've got to go all the way to the end. The wheelies are coming around. Start lap 24, so 2 laps down from the leaders. And he's got a decent lead on Joshua Hill, the pole man, back in position 7. So there's a bit of pace on the track at the moment with a few drivers knocking out the 108s. Jagos in position 9. Started off well, and he's just now, as it normally is, once the field has neutralised itself, you do find that the drivers start to get into a groove, get into a rhythm, start enjoying this circuit. Until when they start getting closer, as he's doing here, he's chasing down the unicorn at this stage, so he's trying to put in some time that he can catch the unicorn. Scar's leading the pack of the cars that are a lap down in position 3 as well. He's just ahead of Jagos. Jagos is another lap down on Scar, so there's no problems there with Scar, but the unicorn is the man that he's chasing. Up in position 8, so here comes Scar behind the unicorn. And he's let him through, so Scar's gone through now in the Pagan Racing, number 21. All white car, matches and blends the walls here, and he's basically keeping them off the walls. He had them as something happened earlier on, I can't quite remember again now. But that's the one that put him a lap down, but he's shown pace right through this race to cement himself here in 3rd place with a 19-second lead to Timmy. Timmy 82 is doing an outstanding job as well in this number 5 Walker Racing. Here's some hard luck stories as well. John Slow obviously outbraked himself into turn 1 here on lap 2. As did Slide Science, caught some damage. Too much. As Timmy wanted to go for a swim, the fountain is actually turned off, Tim, so there's no water going there, mate. Keep it on the black stuff. You'll get a drink later on. So, lap 27 of 41. What I was saying, Slide Science had 3rd position on the grid. A lot of pace in the Comtech Racing Reynard Honda. Retired with engine problems after clouting the war and the engine not being able to keep it going. Not too sure what happened to Mr. Stompy again, but Jay Barrett did run out of fuel. So there's reports, and it is confirmed that the fuel rig, there was a problem with it. They sent him out to see if he could get around to do one more lap while they tried to get their rig sorted, but he just couldn't get around for another lap. So that was unfortunate. As Timmy comes into pits, we see Woody Lizard come into the pits at all. We'll follow Timmy, who's in position 4. Oh, we'll keep going. Oh, he's run wide, clouded the wall. Getting inside information there as well. That was why fiddling with the in-car management buttons, make sure that I had my fuel sorted. I was taking off the change tyre option. See, little mistakes are costly. I had no damage at that stage, and I would have probably came back out in front of Rangy Rover, I reckon, but Timmy would have still come out as he is now. But if I was just getting fuel and not sunk into the concrete like that, geez, it's a hot bit of asphalt. As out comes G-Dude coming out of the pit lane. So extended pit stop for Woody Lizard for damage to his front suspension, but out he comes. Out in 6th position, just is behind Rangy Rover. As Rangy negotiates the fountain. There's 10 more laps left of this race. Can't get enough of that sound of these cars. Absolutely sensational. So he's the leader of the race, about to come through turn 8 onto the back straight. What an opening to the kart 1995 series here at ANZCRL. Christopher's having. He's had quite a few battles to get himself into 1st position, and he's having a faultless race here at the moment. The other drivers have had a few little mistakes, few little errors. It's only the start of this season, though, 6-race series, and we're going to visit some great tracks. Fontana Speedway this weekend, actually on Sunday, and we've also got Cleveland Grand Prix, the famous Cleveland, where I think they're all calling out for the return of Cleveland actually in IndyCar right now, in the future years, because it's such a great circuit, unique circuit, run on an airstrip. There's not much character, to be honest, on the circuit, but it's just I guess it's just a unique way and track. And then we go to a very short oval at Gateway. That's going to be intense there. A great gateway for the drivers for the second running of an oval of the series. Then we go to the famous Laguna Seca, which I'm sure the drivers are all hanging out to get to. And then we finish off with the big one, the Indianapolis 500, 200 laps around the famous Brickyard. is going to be something to behold. And that is also part of the ANZCRL Triple Crown, which we run throughout the time that we're here on Automobilista 2. We have Monaco as being one, Scars in pit lane, obviously the Indy 500, and then the Bathurst 1000, and it may move from Bathurst 1000 to the historic Le Mans circuit if that ever comes to Automobilista 2. I think everyone, the fans of AMS2, would absolutely love to see Le Mans here in the game represented. And here we go, we've got Woody Lizard following Dado. We're just watching Dado at the moment in position 2. And he's kept it clean as here comes Scar in position 3. Just out of pit lane, you can just see how much wider they have to go to get out past the pit exit line, the blend line. And now this isn't for position though, because Dado is actually a lap ahead of Scar. And then 3 laps in front of Woody Lizard. So Woody Lizard in position 4. That's a good comeback from Woody at the moment. See if he can actually keep it there. He started in 11th position, Woody, and he's all the way in the 4th position, so nice run, good showing in the Honda. And I'd be delighted if he could come home in 4th position. He's got a healthy lead from Timmy and he's behind him 18 seconds. Joshua Hill ever slowly catching through the field as he can go, but time's running out. He's still got enough time maybe to catch Rangy Rover. There could be a pit stop still for Rangy. Not too sure. But yeah, going back to the hard luck stories also, Jay Barrett running out of fuel, as we said. That's just terrible. He had everything going for him there. He was actually in position 3 at the time. He was leading the race actually. He was definitely on a chance for this podium of this race. He was one of the cars on the lead lap still. That's a good introduction, good learning experience for most of the drivers here at ANZCRL. We had a few drivers not make the grid that haven't been signed up. We've got 18 entries. But still a nice, healthy grid of 14 cars. 4 retirements at this moment. So it looks like the Unicorn's not too far behind Jacos, but a lap down. Oh, gets turn 1 wrong. Gonna do a big flick spin, is he? No, he's not. Little tag of the wall. Damage was on performance impacting at medium level, so there was quite a bit of damage sustained when you hit the wall, so you probably have a little bit of front aero damage in that instance, as we're just picking up Joshua Hill. And he's making time up on Rangy Rover. G-Do is happy just to follow, and in comes Christopher. So Christopher's in for what will be his final pit stop. It's a long, torturous pit lane, especially when you have a few mistakes and you're trying to keep positions, but he's got a very healthy lead of 40 seconds on Dado Racer. Up and down fairly quick. Off he goes So that might have been just fuel only. And off he goes, and he's just going to come out right in front of Rangy Rover. Who's in position 6. Daddo's taking his final stop as well. A lot of these drivers have probably still got to have a stop. I'm not too sure if they can get to the end. We said ×3 fuel burn, and the tyres are at ×4. And it works pretty good around road courses here. This is basically half race distance to the real life event. The ×2 time progression as well, so it brings out the shadows as it would near the end of the race in real life. So it brings a little bit of immersion to everyone, and we've just, as we said, just accelerate a few things so the race can get done within an hour. Way that Rangy Rover's going. I know that Christopher's just come out of the pits and obviously has to get his tyres warm because they don't come out ready to go. So he's just got to get those tyres back up to operating temperature, but Rangy's actually pulling away at this stage. So I'm sure if most drivers could have this race run again, probably see a lot more cars on the lead lap and fighting for positions right through 1 till 6 or 7, I reckon. Because there's a lot of drivers still doing 108s in positions that they really wouldn't be in. I'm not saying Rangy Rover wouldn't be in 6, he'd be there, but he wouldn't be 2 laps down. That's what I'm getting at. So he would be on the lead lap. Same as this man Joshua Hill, as we know, pole man. When we the cameras can decide, hang on, we don't want to look at the buildings. Everyone wants to look at the cars. So here we go. This man here been showing some pace right through this race. Just had some rotten luck, as you can see, just pinching the tyres. A few little lock-ups here and there. Scar has just rang off a 107.959 lap time. The fastest lap of the race yet, but we've got Christopher actually have done a 107.538 back on lap 10. Scar's just nudging that fastest lap time in 3rd position. So here we go, Christopher's on the penultimate lap, and he's got a wrangle of cars in front of him, Rangy Rover, and it looks like a damaged Jagos. Oh, Jagos is struggling with no wing right at the end of the race here. So that was a little bit of a heart stopper for Christopher. Doesn't want to get involved with a damaged car, trying to get back to the pits. Could be the curse of the commentator. So this is a replay of the race that we ran last Sunday, 16th of April. Here we go, Christopher now on the last lap. Takes the white flag, the last lap, so he's got it all under control. He's almost lapping Dado Razor in second, so he's almost lapped the field. This is an amazing drive by Christopher. Dado has had some luck, I guess, with some of the drivers behind him having a few more problems than what Dado has. So, but it's still a sensational drive from Dado as well in second. But you can't take any away from this man here, Christopher. Doing the Newman has Lola proud. Such an iconic vehicle. Race car, not just vehicle, actual race car. As Woody Lizard into the pits on the last lap as well. Maybe had the lap count wrong and he's in the pits. Yeah, I think I did have a bit of damage there, but that's not taken away from this man. Christopher Razor takes out round one of the 1995 kart series here at ANZCRL. Congratulations to them and the Newman Has team. And Dado Racer has just been able to still stay on the lead lap, but he's got one whole lap to go. I think Scar's coming around to finish in third position. So good job from Scar. And there goes G-Dude in front of him too. In 10th position, last place. Things didn't go his way. Could have gone a lot better. But Timmy was able to get Woody Lizard at the end with Woody pitting. Thanks, Chris. Awesome, mate. Thanks. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And here we go for Timmy. And runs over from Walker Racing in 4th position. Well done. From 6th on the grid to 4th. You'd have to be happy with that as well. So nice job indeed. Actually, he was in 4th, sorry, Timmy. It was Scarlett finished actually from 6th to, yeah, do it on the boss's time. That's awesome, buddy. So there you go. So we've just having a look now at the results. And you can just see how good this was of a performance from both Chris and Dado, taking the race by a lap. And the fastest lap as well on lap 10 for Chris. Dado not too far on the laps as well. We were on a 7.7 on lap 7. But Scar, and we were on near that time when he did the 107.6. Not too far away, taking out the fast lap. But in third position. So the Lola's out in front of the Reynards. There's a mammoth of Reynards all the way down to 7th. And Woody Lizard coming home in 5th with that late pit stop. Rangy Rover with a 50-second time penalty knocked him down the order, but he was right behind Woody at the end. And Joshua Hill in 7th. Good comeback drive from him when he found himself at the back of the field. Jagos, well done to him. He could have been maybe a wild card entry because, as we said, he wasn't officially signed up, but he was the big ping road as well. So he won't be around for round 2 when we reach the ovals because it could end in disaster. But he was the second of the Lolas, so good job there. Patrick Racing. And then the Unicorn, 6 laps down in the Rail Hogan number 11 car. And then G-Dude in the number 1 Marlboro Team Penske. So what a result that was from all those drivers. And here's the podium for everyone. And it was a great victory, as we can see. And a great camera shot as well of the winner there in the Newman Has Racing. And a solid drive by Dado Racer in 2nd position. And Scar. And that just proves Scar was actually another driver that was basically a lap down. And in early in the race. And things weren't going well. But he kept plugging away. And got onto the podium. So well done to Scar 666 as well. So hopefully if you enjoyed the stream and the replay of this race, this will be uploaded on YouTube. I've been your host, Neil Haynes. And so until next time, keep safe. And we'll see you for round 2 at Fontana Speedway. Cheerio.